Hey, happy Sunday, readers and friends of Amy Jo Levine's book on the Gospel according to John. Here's what I want to do is let's reset. Let's do a reset. Let's reintroduce, what are we on, chapter 4? Let's reintroduce chapter 4 tomorrow on Monday. It's Sunday that I'm posting, that I'm recording this, Sunday that I'll post this. I'm going to invite all of us into just a reset. So if you're cool with that, let's make that our plan. This is really, I have to be honest, it's election driven for me. It was very, very difficult for me to stay focused this week. I had a lot of anxiety heading into the general election and had a lot of anxiety coming out of the general election. This is a space that I've tried to build that respects multiculturalism and respects diversity and respects a vast array of viewpoints. And I uphold that diversity of thought and that pluralism and that multiculturalism and those different perspectives. I've tried to hold those values stable in my life for as long as I can remember. I had the benefit, the privilege, the honor to be raised in a tradition that affirmed the belovedness of every single person. I had the honor, the privilege, the benefit to be raised in a tradition that respected religious pluralism. I was raised by a pastor, and then we found out a connection to Jewish family in the late 90s. That pluralism in my own life has brought nothing but joy and meaning and purpose and study. I really respect religious pluralism, and I really respect diversity of political viewpoints and ideologies. I am extremely concerned about the outcome of this election because it would appear that the majority of the electorate has moved away from conventions and democratic norms and political civility. That's my perspective. That may be different from your perspective. But in the same way that I've tried to call us into this reading and study of this material, respecting a variety of viewpoints, I respect a variety of political viewpoints in this same group. I had a really hard time focusing last week. For me, this was a very difficult election. Difficult election cycle, a difficult outcome from the general election. And I want to share that with honesty, with candor, with vulnerability. That's where I am right now. And it was really tough for me. I have been working through a process of acceptance because Donald Trump did not merely win this election, but gain ground everywhere. And where Democrats still won, their margin of victory compared to prior elections has shrunk down. And so this is a decisive result from the majority of the electorate that has selected Donald Trump and has selected Republicans kind of up and down ballot. In my home state of Indiana, there were Republicans who were selected up and down ballot, as is often the case in Indiana. So I'm ready to now move forward. I've been involved in political advocacy and activism for a long time. My first really legitimate political activism came in 2012 when I began traveling to Washington, D.C. with the organization J Street that was advocating for a democratic political solution in Israel-Palestine through the establishment of the two-state solution. So I've been going to D.C., meeting with members of Congress since at least 2012. So I've been around the political game for a long time. I'm very proud of my political advocacy. I'm very proud of what I've done on the Hill around medical research funding and some other issues within healthcare. And I welcome diversity. I think that democracy thrives in diversity. And so in the same way that I want to call in rich religious pluralism in the world and in our group and in our study of this material, I also want to really acknowledge and honor the diversity of political thought that may exist among us as well. I think that we thrive in diversity and we thrive when we share ideas. And if you want to know more about how I've worked through the political process, I've been posting frequently on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, and on my personal blog, glioblastology, glioblastology.com. So if you are interested in my viewpoints, you can find them on those social media platforms and on Substack Glioblastology, where I maintain my blog about living with brain cancer. So my proposal and commitment to you is that we will reset, and we'll pick up with chapter 4 tomorrow on Monday, and we'll treat it like another week of the study. I may even record another intro video for chapter 4. We'll see. I'll go back and look at the one I posted last week and see. But I was absolutely distracted last week. So I invite your understanding. I appreciate your understanding. I invite you to just reset on chapter 4 with me, and we'll just have lost a week. And so that'll extend our study by a week. Hopefully that's okay. It'll get us a little bit later into November than originally planned. But I'm just calling on us just to reset this upcoming week. We'll just get started with that on Monday. And regardless of how you voted in this election, regardless of how you're feeling, I hope that you will all stay in community with me and with each other. We're a small group here. There are 8 or 9 of us, so it's not a big group. But I hope that you'll, thanks for extending your understanding to me. And I hope that all of us will stay in community and dialogue together. And we'll just start with chapter 4 tomorrow on Monday. And that'll just be the plan. We'll get back on track. So thanks for your understanding. And I look forward to continuing to read, study, and discuss Amy Jo Levine's text with you.